right, so this is going to be the last table in chapter 10. And with chapter 10, we will now have talked about present time, we've talked about past time, and chapter 10, we have been talking about future time. So at this point, we will do a little review of the different tenses or times that we have worked with so far in our course, in our book. So we'll start that right away. The first thing that we talked about back in level 1 was the present time. So with present time, the most common is the simple present. With the affirmative, I eat lunch every day. The thing about a simple present was that when we have third person singular, she, he, it, we will add s to the verb, right? Another thing about the simple present is that if we do not have the verb to be, our auxiliary verb is going to be do, right? So we're going to use this in negative, don't. I don't eat lunch. And with third person singular, she, he, it, we would use doesn't. She doesn't eat lunch. This is going to be for negatives. And also in questions or question form, we're going to use auxiliary again. Do you eat lunch? Does she eat lunch? And this was when we don't have the verb to be, right? That's where we're going to use our verb do in all of its forms, right? We have do, does. For negative, we have don't. Okay, in level 2, we spoke about the present progressive. I told you guys it was also known as the present continuous. For the present continuous, we were going to use the verb to be, the base verb plus ing. So I am eating lunch right now. She is eating lunch. They are eating lunch. For our negative statements, we're going to use the verb to be because we have the verb to be. So we would just add not. I'm not eating lunch. We would say she isn't eating lunch. They aren't eating lunch. Right? So this, of course, goes back to level 1. I am, she, he is, she, he, it is, they, you, we are. Same thing for question. We move the verb to the beginning or to the start of the sentence. Is she eating lunch? Are they eating lunch? We also have a different intonation. In level 3, we talked about simple past time. Some of the verbs are irregular. He ate lunch yesterday. We also said that we can use different words to help us identify or help us pinpoint when in the past. Maybe it was in the past 5 minutes ago. Maybe it was in the past yesterday. Maybe it's in the past 10 years ago. Since we don't have the verb to be, we're going to use the verb did or do. Did in the past, and we're going to use our negative. He didn't eat lunch. Question form, again, we move the auxiliary to the front. Did he eat lunch? Finally, in this level 4, we have been talking about future time. We've looked at be going to, and we've looked at will for future time. I am going to eat lunch tomorrow. We also said we can use different words to talk about different tenses and times. To make it negative, we're going to add not in front of to be. I'm not going to eat lunch tomorrow. Again, we use is for she, he, it. So she isn't going to eat lunch tomorrow. And we use are for they, we, and you. They aren't going to eat lunch tomorrow. Question form, again, we're going to use our auxiliary. Or if we have the verb to be, we're going to use our verb to be and slide it to the front. Am I going to eat lunch tomorrow? Is she going to eat lunch tomorrow? Are they going to eat lunch tomorrow? Finally, and in the recent videos, we have spoken about will. He will eat lunch tomorrow. Here, we have the verb will, and then we have the main verb eat in its base form. Remember, we're not going to add s to will or to eat. For negative, we use won't. He won't eat lunch tomorrow. And won't, like did, is going to be used for all the subject pronouns. I won't, you won't, she won't, he won't, etc. As in the previous examples, when we want to make a question, we just move will to the beginning of the sentence. Will he eat lunch tomorrow? Yes, he will. No, he won't. This is just a quick review of the verbs for present, past, and future.